What's up guys, Nepenthez here and welcome back to another FM20 video. It is the end of season recap. We finished season 5 with a bang. As you can see on the screen right there guys, we ended up finishing 8th. I mean, the difference between us and like 18th is not many points. We had a sensational last 2 months and I want to take you guys through kind of like the journey of the season in general. But to start things off, I am delighted to say that Tyrell Whitaker is back after a torrid start to the season. He finished 5th highest goal scorer in the league after an insane run of form towards the back end of the season, scoring, I mean, if we look at the overview, in the last 5 games, 4 goals and an assist. And then in the last 20 games, 13 goals and an assist. And of course, that includes those only 2 goals in a 7-game, wait, what's that? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9-game period. So in his last 11 games, he scored 11 goals from this one here all the way up to the end of the season there. 11 goals in 11 games, which is sensational. And you're probably asking yourself, what's changed? Well, before we get into the tactics and what changed, let me give you guys a little view of what happened towards the back end of the season. So obviously, we went through a couple of really terrible spells, and for those of you that want to see it, all of this end of the season is on stream. It was all live on Twitch. So if you want to see like the highs and lows and stuff, you can go ahead and check out the Twitch channel. But we had a really rough season from December through until the end of February. We only won 3 games. Look at that. From the first game in December, we won 1 out of 4 in December, losing 3 of them. We didn't win a single game in January, drawing 4 of them, but not winning any. And then we won just 2 of 7 games in February. So just 3, what is that altogether? 5, 9, 16 games. 3 wins in 16 games. I thought we were in trouble. We were up and down, and we just couldn't figure it out. In March, I changed my formation and tactics twice. And on the second time of changing it, which was the Ebbsfleet game, we made a few extra changes. It ended up going down really well, and we got a phenomenal March and April, beating some of the best teams in the league, scoring a whole bunch of goals. Look at the goals scored again now. 4-2, 1-5, 1-3, 4, 1-5. Amazing, given the fact that when we look at the season, the whole table, so to speak, in terms of goals scored, we ended up 8th in terms of goals scored. Before March, we were 3rd bottom for goals scored, and we were miles away. So we have had a sensational goal scoring end to the season. But with that, we've obviously conceded a lot more. We finished, what is that? 3, 6. We finished with a 7th best defensive record, which is still pretty good. But I want to be more like Wickham there. I want to be more like a team that scores a whole bunch and concedes a whole bunch, but plays entertaining football. So as I say, we end up scoring a whole bunch towards the end. We made some tactical changes, and we showed that we truly do have the capabilities with the team that we have to get promoted. And the season ended up finishing 8th, not because of the team that I have, but because of the tactics that I set out. So I have to literally take full responsibility for the fact that we didn't get into the playoffs this season. We were outside the playoffs by 8 points in the end, but I'm confident that even if we didn't strengthen our squad next season, I'm confident we'd still be able to go ahead and finish in the playoffs. And of course, we will strengthen our squad next season. And looking at the squad, guys, the last 4 or 5 games, I tried to play as few of the loanees as possible. Obviously, the Reading loans, so Henderson will be able to come back, and he's scoring again nicely. Kenny Hill is from Villa. I don't know if we're able to get him back on loan. I hope so, because he's actually very good. Gavin Armstrong from Reading, we should be able to bring back into the club as well. But hopefully I'll be able to pick up a player like him myself without having to get a loan in. I want to get some big loans in for next season. And then Sona from Villa. He'd be nice to bring back next season as well. He's been pretty competent this season. Very good for us. So it'd be nice to have him back on board as well. Jaden Campbell has been very good. No goals, but 7 assists for the whole season. He's been more of a bit part player. 21 starts, 13 subs. And Fryer doesn't... I mean, he got 17 starts in the end. He's actually very good as far as a left-back goes. He's just a bit slow. So I'm not sure what the deal is with these, with the loans coming in next season. But I know for sure with the starting lineup, we've got Diego Carter, who is absolutely sensational. I look forward to him kicking on nice and strong. He's been capped at under 23 level for United States of America. We've got Freddie Barton, who's not bad. He didn't play much this season. He's unhappy about it, as expected. But he's not a bad player. He's definitely good enough to be in our squad. Hopefully we can improve on him, though, next season. Rooney, for me, guys, is a defender that should be insane. He's got ridiculous stats for a defender. Let's go into the tactics real quick and show you guys. For where he plays, he's got 15 jumping, 12 pace, 13 decisions, 12 concentration, 14 heading, 12 marking, 12 positioning, 13 tackling. For this league, that is ridiculous. But for some reason, I just don't like him. He seems to just punt the ball away. I've tried to set him to lower passing and be more cautious and things like that. Just doesn't change anything. So maybe I'll be looking for a better centre-back in the market throughout the next season. And then Darren Rye, he's actually had a really, really good end to the season. He's not great either. His physicals aren't great. His tackling's real nice, but his heading and marking are only okay. And then his mentals are good. But I think his physicals are a bit too bad. So we'll have to see with him. And then Zemura, obviously, he's actually had a lot of injuries this season, Zemura. But he still played 20 starts, 6 sub appearances. I like him a lot. Hopefully he can progress on. But at 24 years old, he's probably not going to get too much better. So he's probably like, I don't know. He might be one that we end up letting go at £750 a week. I could probably do a lot with £750 a week. We've then got Will Wright, who I do like. He's well-rounded, but on the lower tier, but he can play multiple positions, which I really, really enjoy. So as a centre mid or a fullback, he's pretty good. Sona's obviously leaving. Glatzel finally started coming up big at the back end of the season as well. Really, really good stats, well-rounded, has a bright future for us. 13 goals and 8 assists towards the back end of the season is amazing. And Samba, again, very, very happy with him. He had a lot of injuries this season. A lot of injuries. I love his physicals. I love his technicals. He's got very good mentals in certain areas as well. And in the 26 starts for him, 6 goals, 7 assists. And bear in mind, until the last 2 months, nobody in my team was scoring or assisting. So anyone that's got like these kind of stats is just absolutely phenomenal. So Samba, I'm a big fan of. And hopefully we can progress on with him next season. And then Tyrell Whitaker, I want him to improve still. I need him to improve still. I need to get someone in to mentor him. But yeah, sensational season from him. 16 goals by the end of the season, just the 2 assists. And Liddell even managed to start scoring and assisting towards the back end of the season as well. I'm excited for the Liddell and Tyrell Whitaker partnership next season. I really am. With Samba and Glatzel on the wings, other than sorting out 2 banging centre mids and then fixing my back line, our starting 11 is in great, great condition. It's the depth that we're going to need to improve on. Luke Waterfall is a very good centre-back. Good physicals, good mentals, and okay technicals. But at 33 years old, probably won't be keeping hold of him past his contract, which does expire next year. So might even try and get rid of him before then. The 3 loanees are going. McMenamin's another one who's quite good. He's got good physicals, good tackling. He's just not as good as the players that I've got. And if I want to push on and get promoted and get to League One, McMenamin's the kind of guy that's just probably going to end up leaving and not playing for us this season. He's only 20 years old, but he's just not quite good enough for us. Kieran Evans is another weird one. I really like his technicals. Good corners, good dribbling, good first touch, good composure, flair and determination. His technique is nice. His balance and agility is nice. It just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work. It's hard to explain, but it just doesn't work. So Kieran Evans probably will be going. Jaden Harris I love a lot. He will be going into the midfield again. He's one of the best players in the team. He's just super well-rounded. He's got all the right stats in the right areas. Maybe could do with a bit better passing. But yeah, he's very, very nice. I like Harris a lot. And then Pajaziti, he's got potential, this guy. Good physicals, good technique, good passing, good first touch, determination, decisions are nice. But there's a lot about his card that isn't very good. He'd probably be better as like just a creative midfielder, not somebody that shoots a lot, but somebody who like literally creates the chances. Jaden Campbell will be leaving. Tiffany probably won't be keeping him past this year. You know, we signed him just to get these free kicks and stuff in. Didn't really work out very well. He only got 14 assists in 22 games. Sorry, 4 assists in 22 games. Not enough. Doherty is our backup goalkeeper. Big fan of him. And then Fry is there. as alone who's going. So in terms of the tactics, what changed? Well, we started looking at where our strengths were and how to get the best out of going forwards. And then I had a lot of advice from people in the stream about what works in Football Manager, which is something that you end up coming across over time yourself, but it was good to have the information. And I was playing a support and attack in terms of the two strikers, but it seems like having an advanced forward and a poacher is actually very, very valuable in Football Manager, especially in the 4-4-2 or like what we've got here, the 4-2-4, whatever they want to call it. So with Liddell here, very good stats for the advanced forward. Whitaker here, incredible stats for the poacher, like incredible. Glatzel out on the right-hand side with great stats. Samba on the left-hand side with great stats. And then we've got Will Wright and Harris coming into the midfield. I need to get two unbelievable centre-backs. And our starting 11 will be brilliant. Yes, we're going to need to fix our depth. That's going to be a bit of a problem. But in general, our team is looking very, very good. In terms of finances, guys, we're in a bit of a hole here. 273,000 in the hole. I don't know what kind of bonuses we get for where we finished or anything like that. We'll have to find that out. And then for club vision, make the most of set pieces, pleased. Play counter-attacking football, satisfied. Work within a wage budget, on course. Passed all three of the end of season objectives. And for end of season 26-27, become an established League 2 team. Already past that too. So the board are obviously delighted with me, and as they should be, because we are fantastic. And so there you go. We are in a good spot, let's say, in a good spot. I'd be interested to see what they do for us next season. Club information, there you go. So just on the history of the club, we finished 10th our first ever season, then 3rd. Then we got promoted from the Vanarama South. We then got promoted from the Vanarama National League, and we then finished 8th in League 2. So, you know, all in all, pretty goddamn fantastic as far as the club goes. I still need to get some better like, what is it, Kitson, what are they? I can't remember what they are. You know, the badges, the pack, what is it? It's the graphics pack or whatever. Nothing to do with transfers or scouting at the moment, guys. We're just kind of waiting around now for the back end of the season and to find some players. And I don't need players like this anymore. I've got to get my head out of the whole Vanarama National and South Leagues where this would actually be a great player for me. And we've got to start looking at players that are very well-rounded with also some exceptional stats. You know, we've got to get into a much, much better look at that. In terms of the league itself, let's have a look at the team stats and the detailed team stats and see where we are. So, average possession, we're 7th, not too bad. Penalties, I think we had like 2 or something. Yeah, 2 penalties, we're second bottom. Headers 1, we're 9th. It's an interesting one. Yellow cards, we are 1st. We are joint top with Solihull Moors with 81 yellow cards. That is really bad. And then red cards, we are 2nd, or joint 2nd with 4. So, we had a terrible disciplinary record throughout the season. In terms of form, we're probably up there right now. Yeah, 3rd of form. Home form, 9th. Away form, 3rd as well. Games won in a row, obviously, is just right now, and it's the end of the season, so this is kind of like pointless. And then we've got, in terms of goals, there you go, we finished 11th with goals. Cross completion ratio, 7th. Crosses completed was 3rd. Goals from corners, finally up to 13th. If you remember when we looked at this, maybe it was in the video that actually lagged out and I couldn't upload, but we were down there. We were just at the bottom. So we've started scoring from set pieces a bit more. Goals from direct free kicks, just the one, and that was Glatzel on his left foot. Goals from indirect free kicks, there you go, we were bottom. 1 goal from indirect free kicks, something that we have to improve on next season. And, you know, if we even got like 4 or 5 more goals from direct free kicks throughout the season, who knows what that would have done for us. Pass completion, we're at 13th. Chances created 1st. And that, again, just goes to show that there's something wrong with the attack. But it seems like we fixed it now. You know, it seems like we fixed it. Shots on target was Rochdale. We're 6th. Conversion rate. Our conversion rate is terrible. There you go, 17th. Fouls against. We don't really have that many fouls against us. Dribbles per game, down in 12th as well. But that's all pretty close for the league. It's only like 4 difference for the whole league. In terms of defensively, we finished with the 8th best defensive record. Goals conceded from corners, we're 6th with 6. Pretty good record there compared to the worst teams. Conceded from direct free kicks. There you go. We only conceded 2 from direct free kicks, and conceded from indirect free kicks. We conceded 5. Clean sheets, we're going to be up there. Yeah, we finished joint third with 18 clean sheets. And that is because our goal... Well, I mean, we got like 10 0-0 draws, but our goalkeeper is so good. It makes sense that he finished up there. Fouls made was 2nd. Tackles won, we're 7th. Penalties conceded, we're 8th with 4. And then average attendances, guys. So our average attendance was rock bottom with 1,672. Hopefully next season that's a lot higher. Look at that average attendance at Bradford. 17,000. That's insane. Bolton, Plymouth, insane. We are rock bottom, but that's still our best season ever. And then stadium sellouts, 2 teams. Scunthorpe and Salford, just once each. We didn't. So there you go. Highest attendance was Bradford with 20,000. Lowest attendance with us with 1,211. Net transfer spend, we were 13th there with a little bit of a loss. Salary per annum, there you go. We are working with, guys. But I mean, look at that. The fact that we finished 8th on the worst budget by some distance is crazy. We should be super proud of that, super happy with that. And then in terms of detailed player stats, let's have a look at man of the matches. No one in there for us. Goals scored, as I said, 7th for Tyrell Whitaker with 14. Only 4 goals off of Santiago first. I am blown away by that. And if we look at like the average minutes per goal, Tyrell Whitaker is 3rd by a way. Like, he's obviously one of the best strikers, and my bad tactics just cost him potentially scoring 25 or 30 goals this season. So fortunately we fixed that for next season. Guthrie with shots. Glatzel was there. Lots of shots for Glatzel. Not enough goals. Only 1 in 10 shots turned into a goal from him. Shots on target. Tyrell Whitaker's there. What else we got that we want to look at here? Assists. I don't think I've got anyone in here. Key passes. Harris and Sona in there for key passes. Chances created. We've got Glatzel in there, 17th. Pass completion. Do we have a pass completion in there? Nope. Cross completion. Nope. Dribbles. No. And then offsides, probably. Yeah, Glatzel, 6th. Tyrell Whitaker, Adam Liddell. I've literally got 3 people in the top 20 for being offside. That's insane. In terms of defending, appearances, Glatzel high on the appearance list. Very nice. In terms of tackles per 90 minutes, Gavin Armstrong is there. Obviously, he's on loan, and it's going to be sad to see him go because he's very good. Hopefully, we can get him back. Mistakes leading to goals. Interestingly, none of my players are in there because, as I say, I have a lot of... It's not a mistake, but Rooney punts the ball up the field so often, and it results in us conceding because we lose possession. It's not necessarily a mistake. It's just a clearance. But I'd like to see failed clearances resulting in goals, if anything. Mistakes made. Do we have anyone in here? No. Key tackles. Rooney in 16th. Okay, so maybe I'm starting to think he might be a bit better. Headers. Rooney in 3rd. So again, Rooney looks like he's very good. Interceptions. Rooney again. All right, maybe Rooney's a lot better than I'm giving him credit for. And then shots blocked, Rooney again. So Rooney's the best defender in the league by some distance, isn't he? I think that's fair to say. So yeah, I've got to shut up about him and just try and figure out his whole passing thing. And then in terms of goalkeeping, Diego Carter with 42 goals conceded, one of the best defensive records in the league, of course. Clean sheets, Carter there, joint 3rd with 17, which is sensational. How good is Mike Cooper? I mean, he is very good. Miles Boney, good. Nicholas Ty, very good. What I love about Diego Carter, though, is he is only 20 years old, man. We have got a long career with him as our in goal for us. Saves held, Diego Carter at 5th. Saves parried, Diego Carter in 9th. And penalty saved, none for me. So, that's where the season has ended, guys. And that is where this video is going to end. I just wanted to give you guys a season recap. Let's push on a day or two and see what happens. We've obviously got a little bit of time now before the end of the season. We've got to set out friendlies again, which we should be able to get some Premier League friendly clubs now, which would be nice. We've got to board to set the initial wage budget for the coming season at 23.5k. So we've got even more value from our wages. And when we do let's have a look at the contracts. So we're going to lose Tiffany, which is fine. Another £400 coming back. We're going to lose McMenamin, which is fine. Doherty, I've got to give a new contract to. I need to keep him because he's one for the future. We're going to lose the loans. Then after that, it's Samba and down here for at least another year, which is fine. One more year I don't want to give people more than 2-year contracts just in case we advance so quickly that they're no good for us anymore. And then in terms of the under 23s, I mean, we've got Pollock, who's here till 2026. Brad Burton, who's just got to go. That's another £700 back. Aguis is going to go. That's another £300 back. Afete is going to go. That's another £400 back. I'm going to struggle. I need to get rid of. Kellerman for absolutely anything, just to get that £1,000 per week off my wages. We could literally reduce the wage budget by 2.3, and then 3. Almost like 4K on the wage budget. That's going to give us almost £13,000 per week to work with going forwards, which will allow us to sign at least 2 or 3 super players. So I'm really excited for that. So that's what we're going to work towards, guys. The start of the next episode will be the kind of recap of the postseason. Of course, if you guys are interested in watching it live, there's Pollock's new deal coming through. I had to give him a new deal because he needs to become professional so that he gets full training. No offers for Kellerman, even though he's wanted by Kidderminster on transfer. I tried to mutually terminate, right? But the board keep rejecting it. They keep blocking the departure, and I don't understand why. Because if he mutually agrees, then surely he would just leave for nothing. But even so, is it not better to just get rid of him? He's on £1,000 per week. Is it not better to just get rid of him? And get that £1,000 back, even if we have to pay him, We go release on a free, 58k in compensation. That's not worth it. Compensation amount will be deducted from the current transfer budget. No, I don't want to spend 60 grand to get rid of him. But yeah, so next video, guys, will be the transfer window. The summer. I might show bits of it. What I haven't done is kind of shown the processes of picking up the players and stuff. So we might show a little bit more of who we're bidding for, who we're going for, and why, and things like that. Yeah, in the meantime, guys, this is going to be the end of the video. That is the end of season 5. And what a season it was. So Team Sweat mentoring, Whitaker player of the month, and fantastic. And who is that on third player of the month? Samba coming in third place, and Whitaker young player of the month as well. And he's done that twice, where he's won player of the month and young player of the month. And we got second for manager of the month, which is pretty nice. So that, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.